Viewers, welcome to World Sports on Star TV, and I'm Sara, Camara presenting. In our today program, I will be joined by my colleague Campo, and we'll be looking at some of the most important stories happening in world of sports, which include Gambia, qualification to the Africa Cup of Nations. Whether can they make it? We'll be talking about it exclusively right here on World Sports. We'll also be looking at some of the international stories, which include Jose Mourinho fears for Manchester United forward, who is Alexis Sanchez, and we'll also be giving you, the permutations, of the UEFA Champions League, looking at who need to qualify. But we will be paying exclusive attention to the group in which Liverpool is, and then we also will be talking about the nomination of the CAF African Award. That is the 2018 likely winners. We'll be deliberating more on that right here on World Sports. Let me just introduce my colleague, Campo. Campo, welcome to World Sports.
Thank you very much, Sara. Thank you very much, Sara. And good evening to wonderful viewers right now who are watching Star TV right now at this moment.
Okay, thank you very much, Campo. Well, what we have to discuss first will be centered on Gambia. As you already know, the Gambia have improved her standing, in the CAF qualifiers after beating Benin 3-1 in Banjul on Saturday to level with Togo in 5 points each. But Togo has a better goal difference and a superior head-to-head heading. The Gambia is away in Algeria in the last match of the series in March 2019. Algeria, who are 10 points, have qualified, but the second spot in the group is yet to be determined. Can Gambia qualify, from this group?
Yeah, Gambia can still qualify because you never know, because they have to go to Algeria and win them, and depend on Togo and Benin to draw 0-0. So if they draw 0-0, then Gambia is going. But if Togo win Benin head-to-head, Togo will be having 8 points, and Gambia will be having also 8 points. So it means Gambia cannot go. But still now Gambia have fight and people still now nothing is yet to out because FIFA can't even say anything right now about it. But now the only thing that right now Gambia is waiting just to declare they give the point to Gambia. But that will also benefit us because they will disqualify Togo, and Algeria will be minus, and Algeria will remain with 4 points, Gambia will remain 4 points, and it will give chance to Benin to make it to the...
so meaning the chances of Gambia qualifying are very slim.
They have to depend on Togo to draw with Benin. So if they draw with Benin, then Gambia have to go and win. Gambia have to win no matter what cost. They have to win there. But in order to, if this appeal case come out, then Togo will be disqualified. It means Gambia will remain 4 points, Algeria will remain with 4 points. But it will give Benin automatic qualification to Yaoundé to have 6 points. Then it means if Gambia go to Algeria and draw 1-1, then Gambia will go to, but Gambia score more goal than Algeria. But it's going to be very difficult. But right now, at this time, Algeria has already qualified to Yaoundé. Now it's between Gambia and Togo and Benin. Anything can qualify, but Gambia still have the chance. If they believe in themselves, they can go there and win and forget about Togo and Benin because of they are local rivals. But Togo will not let Benin to go. Benin also will not let Togo to go. I played that game to withdraw Gambia to have it.
Now, looking at the head-to-head records between Algeria and Gambia, one would give the advantage to Algeria winning, especially inside Algiers.
Yeah, definitely. Gambia have never won in Algeria. Always, if Gambia go there, they always lose. So lot of people are believing they can go there and make history for the first time, going to Algeria and defeat them. Because Algeria have already qualified. Maybe Algeria can be a weak team, but you never know. This not African. They will say no. They want to have a good qualifier to try and score 16 points because right now they already have 10 points. So they want to score another point to make it 13 points to have 95% record. But I don't think it will be an easy game for them. Even Algeria being a weak team, but they will try to win there. Even they have a draw, but they will not want Gambia to beat them because of, remember, Gambia and Algeria now, they are rival in...
Yeah, because sometimes we've witnessed numerous occasions where Gambia visited Algeria and it's always hell for them. Starting at the airport, the hostility of the fans, people insulting, Gambian players here and there.
I'm
The environment is always very, very, hostile for the Gambian team in Algeria.
Absolutely, because this is not the first time, this is the second time Gambia have been there. It will always a hell for them, no matter what. It will always a hell for them, and they sometimes even bring out knife. They say this knife is made from Gambia. They want to take the players, and their fans are very cool. And the hospitality they will definitely give you, always frustrate you before you play a game. So that also contributes. They play different type of tactic, mind game, just to frustrate you, not to win in Algeria. So now Gambia have to be used to it. They will know, they will expect that. So let them go, and no matter how bad treatment they give them, they have to continue going and focus and say that we come for a job here, let's try and win here and make history, and depend on Togo and Benin to do and make it for the first time in Yaoundé. Sara, is very sad because right now West Africa is 16 countries, but all the 15 countries are qualified except Gambia. At last, Mauritania qualified, Cape Verde qualified, Niger qualified. Africa, the entire West African country qualified except Gambia. So it's high time for us to qualify. No matter what cost, we have to make it. And this is very easy.
So as a sport journalist over the years, what do you think might be, the problems of Gambia not qualifying, to the Africa Cup of Nations?
Yeah, for that win our home games. Yeah, for that win our home game. But this time at least we lost only one home game against Togo. But we try and win our home game. If you want 2 home games, you lose 1. You draw outside 2. It can give you a chance to make it to the African competition. But this time we are not win our home game. We draw 1, we lose 1, and win 1 at home too. So that also part also. If Ghana want to make it to the African competition, they always have to win their home games. It's always important. But you're gonna win your home game and you expect to qualify. No, there's no way on that. So that's the main problem for Gambia. Our home game is always a problem, and we're gonna win away game. You're gonna win away game, you're gonna win home game. So that is affecting us. We have to be Togo here, at least maybe by this time it will be around 7 points, and we can go to Algeria, and even a draw we can make it. But we are not winning our home game. The game that we lose against Togo, that cost us not to qualify to Yaoundé 2019.
Okay, Gambia chances of qualifying to Yaoundé 2019 are very slim. Let's just take a closer look at what is happening at the other end in Africa. As you already know, the nominees for various categories of the CAF Awards 2018 has been finalized. We have almost about 34 players, 15 women players have been nominated for the flagship award, Player of the Year and Women Player of the Year, based on performance, of the players during this year. Let's just take a closer look at some of the, players that one might say they would likely, win this award. Let's say Mohamed Salah, is part of them. Sadio Mane, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and then Riyad Mahrez. So these are household names in Africa and also in Europe.
In Europe, especially the Premier League, they are household names in the Premier League. Like Sadio Mane is absolutely doing wonders for Liverpool. Riyad Mahrez, after moving from Manchester City, living in Leicester, and he has been giving more playing time under Pep Guardiola. He has been scoring fantastic goals. Pierre-Emerick, since leaving Borussia Dortmund, joining Arsenal, he has been playing very good and scoring a lot of goals, and designing game for Arsenal too. So it's going to be a very, 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 very hot competition between these 2-3 players, because they will be the favorite. But definitely, currently, the best player right now I will definitely give it to Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane is absolutely doing well for Liverpool, and he's helping Liverpool. Mahrez is scoring, but currently, Pierre Aubameyang and Sadio Mane and this guy, Riyad Mahrez. But definitely, I will give the upper hand to Sadio Mane.
And surprisingly, the Gala Award is going to be held in Dakar, Senegal.
For the first time, guys.
For the first time. Is that not going to give more advantage to Sadio Mane?
Yes, it's going to give him more advantage to Sadio because that I was saying that because he will at home, and a lot of Senegalese local journalists will put pressure on CAF saying that Sadio Mane is the best player, Sadio Mane is this. Then maybe too it could be surprised because they once hosted in Ghana, in Egypt, in Nigeria, and Nigerian player will not win it, and Nigerian player will be available, but they will not be winning it. But for this time, I believe Sadio Mane definitely this is time, because last year he performed up to the highest level, and this year too he performed up to the highest level. And don't be surprised. And Salah is not scoring like last season, but Mane is scoring, and he's definitely helping Liverpool and decided game for that. I remember he scored the fastest hat-trick in the division last 2 seasons. That can also give him the boost. But definitely, my favorite still now is Sadio Mane.
Okay, and away from Africa, let's just straightly look at another important issue, that is the UEFA Champions League. We all know 12 teams are already, through, and more will join them, in clinching the UEFA Champions League round of 16 after last set of group games, with 8 more going into the UEFA Europa round of 32. Looking at the teams that have gone through right now, we have Ajax, Atletico Madrid, and then Barcelona, Bayern Munich. We also have Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, Manchester City. We also have Manchester United, Porto, Real Madrid, Roma, and then Celta are also through. The teams that can still make it, to the round of 16 include Inter, Milan, and then Liverpool, Lyon, Napoli, Paris Saint-Germain, Shakhtar Donetsk, and then Tottenham Hotspurs. Teams that are going to be transferred to the Europa League round of 32 include Benfica, Club Brugge, and then Valencia. But let's take a closer look at the Liverpool, group, where we have Liverpool with 6 points, Napoli with 9 points. We also have Zvezda with 4 points, Paris Saint-Germain with 8 points. A very, very funny group right now.
Yeah, very funny group, because it's the group of death. When they make this Champions League drop, many pundit believe that this is the group of death, because a team like PSG, they spend a lot of money, but their main objective is to win the Champions League. Napoli too, they have a new coach, which is very who is very experienced. That is Carlo Ancelotti. And Liverpool last season, you see their performance in the Champions League. They went up to the final, losing to Real Madrid 3-1. So seeing PSG also play with Liverpool, because they need that game. Because if they have to sit first round, so it's going to be a disaster, because they have been spending millions of pounds and dollars to try and win this Champions League. Sitting in the Champions League first round is going to be a disaster for the club. But right now, the team that have chance to make it to the last 16 is PSG.
Yeah, because looking at the group right now, looking at the fixtures, we have Liverpool will be taking on Napoli. We all know it's going to be a very, very big game, for Liverpool, and then also for Napoli. And then Zvezda will be taking on Paris Saint-Germain. One might say, well, Paris have an easy ride.
Yes, that's the PSG gave them 7-1 in Parc des Princes, and they are going in Bulgaria to try and set a point. Even they have a draw there, they will definitely make it, because head to head they beat Liverpool, but Liverpool have to beat Napoli 2-0, or 3-1, or 4-2, or 5-3. Yeah, they can make it.
Yeah, because looking at the chances of Liverpool, they must win in order for them to progress.
No, even when they are not going,
draw is not even good for them. 1-0 is not good for them. 2-0 up.
2-0, 3-1, 4-2, 5-3, 6-3. Yeah, they can make it. 6-4, they can make it to the last 16, and it's going to be a disaster for them.
But the question is, can they score 3-2 goals past Napoli without responding?
That's the plan. Napoli is a team that always go away and score. Remember, they went to PSG and scored 2 goals there. And remember they only failed to score only in Zenit. So, only in Bulgaria they failed to score. But their away game, they absolutely score goal. It's a very good question. Can Liverpool stop Napoli from not scoring a goal inside Anfield? And remember, Napoli, their form is very dangerous, and they are very sharp. It's a team that loves to attack, not to defend. So Liverpool have a very hard job on that day. So, but still now they'll be the favourites, because they play at home. Yeah, but they can do it in their days, especially at Anfield, European night, at the cup end. They can do it with their fans and the support. They will have a pressure, because the more time is going, they will be scared. But they have to score that 2 quick goal and also defend it. But Napoli will try and score 1 to make it hell for them to try and score 3. So it's going to be a very, 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 very difficult for Liverpool. But still now they'll be the favorite to go. But for PSG, I'm seeing easy ride for them to make it to the last 16 of the Champions League. But one big team must drop. Either it's going to be Liverpool or Napoli or PSG. You never know. PSG can also go, and because remember, this team sucked Liverpool 2-0, and that also cost Liverpool for them making it to the last 16. Still now they are fighting for the last day.
Okay, okay, a very difficult group indeed for Liverpool. Can they qualify? That's the question. And can they beat Napoli without Napoli replying back? Well, let's just go to the other end of England. As you already know, Manchester United have injury concerns right now. Alexis Sanchez is out injured, and Mourinho fears that he will be out for a minimum of 6 weeks. 6 weeks for Alexis Sanchez. And here's a team, you know, that are underperforming in the English Premier League. A team that need to go through the UEFA Champions League second round group.
Because for me, I have a problem why Jose Mourinho signing Alexis Sanchez. You know, first when he was signing him, a lot of pundits and bookmakers said that why signing Alexis Sanchez? Arsenal know that Alexis Sanchez is injury proof. So and that's what happened. Look, at the age of 29 years, he bought a player and he's going with a very good player, Mkhitaryan. Then he's still not performing for Manchester United. And now look, 6 weeks injured, and it's going to cost him a lot. Unless he make another signing in January to try and boost his squad. Because right now, Mourinho doesn't have his best level in the EPL. Sometimes different level, nobody knows which direction.
So
is going.
Is the absence of Alexis Sanchez going to disrupt Manchester United?
Not performing. Yeah. I would say maybe he make 3 starts this season in the division. It's not going to be a big blow. Sometimes people forget even Alexis Sanchez is in Manchester United. But I don't see him why signing Alexis Sanchez. He's an injury pro. That's why Arsenal make that
swap deal.
And it benefits Arsenal. And Mkhitaryan is performing to the highest level in the EPL. But Alexis Sanchez is not performing. Sometimes you even forget Alexis Sanchez is in Manchester United right now. But for his injury, it's not a big blow for Manchester because he has not been using him. So it's a waste. It's a waste for Jose Mourinho for signing Alexis Sanchez. So this injury is nothing for Manchester United because he has not been involved in a lot of games for Manchester United, both in the Champions League, both in the EPL too.
Okay, still on Manchester United, we've seen Christopher Dogory claim that Mourinho has wrecked Manchester United in an explosive run. The World Cup winner has slammed the Red Devils boss for spoiling the tradition of the club and constantly, you know, making himself the center of attention. Jose Mourinho has wrecked Manchester United, says Christopher Dogory, with the Portuguese accused of being egotistical and so far up to his own. Jose Mourinho, you know, right now you have a lot of, you know, former footballers, you know, criticizing him, you know, Manchester United players, former Manchester United players criticizing him, even, you know, Manchester United fans. He's not in the good books, you know, of Manchester United legends right now.
No,
a lot of criticisms.
Absolutely, you know, the way he's playing, he's quite a bit players, Paul Pogba, Sara, and sometimes the way Manchester United plays, sometimes you don't understand. Even you're going to beat Manchester United 3-0, 4-0, but they want to go out and play, and so they are DNA, they are Manchester United. But sometimes play with a big team, you will sit and play anti-football, show the whole world that this team is better than me. So that is not the typical Manchester United we used to know under Alex Ferguson. Even under Van Gaal,
David Moyes.
Manchester United does not like this. But Jose Mourinho try and change the tactic of Manchester United. Even sometimes he have some, sometimes he'll be angry on players like Rashford. Sometimes play like this guy, Martial.
Yeah, but Manchester United, you know, what they were up against, you know, when they went in for Jose Mourinho, because they know his track record, you know, they know his nature, you know, but yet still they invested in him.
Yeah, yes, because they invested because of Man City have already signing Pep Guardiola, because of they think Jose Mourinho is the right guy
to compete Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, to challenge not to win the Premier League. But Jose Mourinho haven't been doing that because Pep have been dominating him in the division, winning Premier League ahead of him there, and also winning the FA Cup and winning also the Carling Cup. But if you look at the system that Mourinho is playing in the division, it's not good. Definitely, he definitely changed the DNA of Manchester United. Those days, if you are going to beat Manchester United 3-0, 4-0, they will still now play. You will know that you beat a team that you know that they are attacking players. They always play for pride. But Jose Mourinho came and changed the form of Manchester United, playing anti-football, playing defensive football, playing with a big team, showing them that you are better than me. I'm not going all out. Trying to have argument with some top players like Paul Pogba and Martial, are also trying to frustrate Rashford too. And that's not helping him definitely. So that's why a lot of critics have been going. The like of Paul Scholes, you have Roy Keane, and now Dugarry, former French international player and Birmingham player, trying to criticize his style of play. Definitely, he's definitely destroying everything. Last week, even Mark Prince is saying that Mourinho, nobody knows which direction Mourinho is going. But no, don't have a first team player. Mourinho's formation is all wrong.
But he also claimed that he's not been given the resources, the money, to buy in the players. We've seen him, during the preseason, having war of words, with Eddie Woodward, for failing to give him money to buy in players. I think that might also contributed, to Jose Mourinho, team underperforming, because I don't think whether he have the quality players, that he needs, to make Manchester United perform.
Yeah, because he need to sign. He need to sell some players. If you look at Manchester United, sort of, especially the defense line, they have a lot of defenders. They have Lindelof is there. You have Bailey's there. You have this guy is there. John Stone is there. They have a lot of big players that they should upload. That's why the Glazer family say that upload some players. We give you some cash, then you balance your check and you balance your team. But it's not doing that. He want to sell the main player. That is Martial. And the Glazer family say, no, Martial is a very important player. So that's why they don't give him the money. So that's why he managed to sign only one player. That is Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk. So that also contribute a lot, because Manchester United did not sign. That's why the bookmakers were saying that the first manager to be sacked in the Premier League is going to be Jose Mourinho, because he had only given the money for signing players. And this team, he performed hopefully last season, and the same players are there. So they expect him to perform hopefully this season.
And then recently looking at his comments, he said that he would do everything possible for Manchester United not to be relegated. That was a very, very funny comment, coming from a Manchester United manager, because for Manchester United, you talking about qualifying to the UEFA Champions League, winning the English Premier League, but talking about not being relegated.
Yeah, because he can only, I don't know what did the board say on the Jose Mourinho, but some of his comment, definitely, if it is other club like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, he will sign. He won't even say that when Tottenham beat him 3-0, he told journalists, you know what 3-0 mean for me? I win 3 Premier League. There's no manager in this division who won 3 Premier League more than me, because he was referring to Manuel Pellegrini has won 1 and Pep Guardiola has won. So no other manager won even 2. So those type of comments not good. And the other comment, when they beat him in the Champions League against Sevilla, he said that I was here, I was sitting here and I knock out Manchester United. Then if I'm here, other team knock out me, it's not a problem for me. So those type of comments should not be coming from him. Definitely, he's saying that sack me. If you sack me, you will pay me my balance, then I move to other club. So the way he's talking sometimes in the press and trying to little Manchester United is totally wrong. And Manchester United bidding for something to win the Premier League, to try and fight with Man City. And look at now, Man City is beating him 14 points.
Okay, that's Jose Mourinho for you. Manchester United fans, of course, will not be, happy, right now with Jose Mourinho comments. Let's just go over to Spain, where we have Dembele to Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal, or Liverpool, the clubs who could sign the Barcelona player for 145 million euros. They call me a problem child. Despite scoring some crucial goals this season, Ousmane Dembele's future at Barcelona does not look altogether secure. The France international, who was signed by the Blaugrana from Borussia Dortmund in the summer of 2017, swapping Signal Iduna Park for Nou Camp in a mammoth deal worth roughly 105 million euros, plus a reported 40 million euros in future bonuses. Dembele is somebody that is not, getting playing time, at Barcelona right now. Is somebody that Barcelona fans will say, well, he's a failed player for now.
Yes, some will say he's a failed player.
Coupled with the problems, he have, of course, outside, the pitch. The pitch,
yeah, because he has some attitude outside. He's felt like family problem. Also, he's causing a lot of problem outside, definitely from football. But if you look at Dembele, they bring him to replace Neymar, definitely. But right now, Iniesta is not doing that. Sometimes he used to bring in second half. Then if he brings in second half, he always do something. He will assist or he will score a goal. So right now, the bookmaker are saying that he's going to PSG. But recent days, we see his agent coming out saying that Dembele is not moving anywhere. Dembele did not say that Dembele is staying at Barcelona. He's happy at Barcelona because Barcelona signed a very big amount of money from Brussels. But I think
if Barcelona, are paid 145 million euros, they would accept.
Yeah, they will upset because the money is big, but where PSG is really serious to buy because remember, Court of Arbitration saying that
I know.
if they don't blast their check,
I know Arsenal and Liverpool are not willing to pay this.
No.
145 million
euros. They will not have it. But if PSG have to buy Dembele, then they have to sell some of their big players, the like of Mbappe
or Neymar to Barcelona.
They are to try and have Ousmane Dembele.
Or they can just do a swap deal.
A swap deal, yeah. Mbappe,
you know,
Mbappe,
Neymar
and yeah, Dembele. But Dembele. Right now, Dembele agent saying that they did not say anything. They did not say that they're going to leave Barcelona. But you know, still now, you never know. We live in a crazy world of football, and we are very close. January is coming, and we have a lot of rumors, and this thing will go still now. It will go still now. But definitely, if Barcelona have to leave this player just now, definitely it's going to be a very disappointing for him. But remember, he's a World Cup winner, but he haven't having playing time, and if he's having playing time, definitely France is not going to select him for the next year Europa League competition that will head in 2019, and definitely he need to have more playing time. But anytime he came in, he always do something for Barcelona. He always assists and score goals. So I don't know why Iniesta is not giving him the playing time right now.
Okay, away from that, into these weekend, you know, league matches in the 5 major leagues in Europe, starting in the English Premier League. We'll be looking at, you know, one of the major games or 2 games that are very tough, of course, in England. That is Arsenal taking on Tottenham Hotspurs, and then Liverpool taking on Everton.
Liverpool taking on Everton is the big game because the my side derby, both teams live in the same place. Liverpool is the city, but Everton is just a club, but they all live in the same area. Sometimes you will see a brother living in the same compound. This guy will be a Liverpool fans, this guy will be an Everton fans. So it's a my side derby, but recent years it's always Liverpool.
It's always Liverpool.
But remember, Everton have a new coach too. Yeah, they have a new coach. And they are definitely in the right direction going on. But currently Liverpool are in a great form. But currently, definitely I will give them favorite for them to win Everton. But at the other game, the London
Arsenal taking on Tottenham Hotspurs, always a big game.
A big game. Always Arsenal don't want, but they live in the same side. So both of them don't want each other to be top of each other. But it's always a difficult derby game from these two teams. But currently, Tottenham, remember, their away form is not good, but Arsenal, their home form is absolutely good. And Unai Emery is the right guy for Arsenal because he has been winning game and keeping closer on Man City and Liverpool. So it's going to be an interesting game. But favorite still now, it will be Arsenal, but I predict this game to be a draw.
Okay, in Italy, where we have Roma taking on Inter.
Roma,
another big class.
Tough game. Because
actually,
if we look at Inter currently, they're coming up after spending a lot of money buying big players and also qualifying for UEFA Champions League after 4 years absent. And also Roma recently, they have not been doing good in the Champions League. They lost to Real Madrid, and also they lost to against Udinese before playing with Real Madrid. Currently, they are in a good shape. Inter are in a good shape than Roma, but I definitely predict Inter Milan to win Roma. Roma currently they are not in a sensational form.
Okay, and now we just move on to Spain. Big games also in Spain. Real Madrid taking on Valencia is another big game, and then we also see Barcelona taking on Villarreal. But let's concentrate on Real Madrid. Their performance recently is very dull.
It's very after signing Lopetegui and they managed to win 4 games. But after the international break, they lost against Eibar on shocking result. Nobody expected Eibar to beat Real Madrid 3-0. And Valencia also, they are not in a good shape because their away form is absolutely poor. Recently, they lost to they drew at Atletico Bilbao. But coming play with Real Madrid, it's always a difficult game for Real Madrid and both for Valencia. But I think they have to bounce back because of, after visiting Eibar at the Bosques area in Spain, losing 3-0, so they have to try and bounce back against Valencia. If not, things will be high on Santi Solari again because they have already sacked a coach. Then people will see that the problem is not Lopetegui. So the problem is not the coach. The problem is players. But Real Madrid need to sign. If not, things will be worse for them, and this is going to be their worst season if they don't sign players.
Real Madrid can't get the replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo. I said it to you several times, Campo, that Real Madrid still now can't find a replacement.
No, still not. They can't find replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo, because when they sell Cristiano, they have to try and bring a top class strikers like Igali or Mbappe or Neymar to try and score, bring a player that will score 20 goals per season. But right now, the Real Madrid team is not doing that. It's only Gareth Bale, Benzema. Those players will not score 20 goals per season for you. So that is definitely causing them a big problem right now. Scoring is their problem. The team is playing no scoring.
And then we expect Barcelona to beat Villarreal.
Difficult game. But always Villarreal give them tough time. But this game is inside Barcelona, so you expect Barcelona, after losing against Real Betis, they will not want a smaller team to come again there and beat them. Remember, the gap is not close. Sevilla is topping now the La Liga with 25 points, Barcelona is 24 points. So Atletico Madrid is having 23 points. So it's very tight. So we will try and capitalize on this to beat Villarreal and be top of ahead of Sevilla, because Sevilla also have a very difficult game to go. They are traveling to Deportivo Alaves, the other side of the Busquets area. Very difficult area to go and take 3 points. So I believe Barcelona will definitely beat Villarreal.
In the Bundesliga, another big game, Werder Bremen taking on Bayern.
Bayern are not in a good shape.
Bayern are not in good shape compared to last season.
Last season, Kovac having a problem. Last time, they divided Düsseldorf 3-1. Düsseldorf have to fight back and equalize them up to 3-3. And right now, Kovac is in a big problem, because of they're saying that if he did not win this game, maybe likely they will contact Arsene Wenger or to contact other players. Because remember, he's a team that always disturb Bayern Munich.
Can they survive?
Yeah, they can still have, but I believe Bayern Munich, they get the material, they get it. But remember, Werder Bremen too is not in a good shape in the Bundesliga.
Okay, and finally into Formula One, where Lance Stroll confirmed switch from Williams. Canadian driver Lance Stroll is to race for Force India in 2019. His move from Williams, for whom he made his debut in 2017, has been Formula One's worst kept secret since his father bought Force India in August. Canadian billionaire consulting and is expected to change their name. His 20-year-old son will partner Mexican Sergio Perez, who was confirmed as a driver in October. We all know that it's always very tough. Formula One. Here is a 20-year-old who was kept a secret. Nobody knows about him. And right now, he is transferring from Williams to Force India, a company bought by his father.
Then it's interesting, but they have kept it secret. Nobody knows him. Now, this is the time they show him to the world. It's just like I remember when Lewis Hamilton was kept secret, and when Ferrari come and show him to the world, and Fernando Alonso. So the same thing I'm seeing with this book, because they have the confidence that he can do. That's why they're partnering with someone that have experience. So it's going to be very interesting for 2019 Formula One.
Yeah, but do you think he can be the likes of, Lewis Hamilton and others?
No, but right now I cannot predict unless the Formula One season started. Maybe if he's competing, then we can say yes, this is the new guy to beat Roswell and Lewis Hamilton, or to be the new Fernando Alonso or Felipe Massa.
Okay, thank you very much, Campo, for coming.
Thank you very much, Sara, and thank you to our wonderful viewers that are watching Star TV right now at this moment.
Okay, viewers, thank you very much. This is the end of the program on Star TV. We say bye-bye to all of you out there. We'll be back. That's going to be our next edition on Star TV. Thank you very much.